My name's Michael Holliday. I'm an architecture student at the University of Strathclyde, and together with some other students we are on our way to Tiree for our exhibition of renewable energy and building design. Coming from Tiree, I've been aware of how important housing is, and having gone to Glasgow and studied architecture, I'm really looking forward to bringing some of that knowledge back to Tiree. The houses on Tiree are very beautiful, but they're not comfortable for the 21st century. An important part of this weekend is to talk to people about renewable energy on Tiree. There's a good chance that a large offshore wind farm is going to go ahead off Tiree, and we've worked up a hypothetical project that imagines what's going to happen to the community if that happens. The population at the moment is about 770 people. If this development goes ahead, 200 people are going to move to Tiree to build these turbines. It might be for a period of up to 5 years. There's important questions about where these people live and how they're integrated into the community. It's been a busy couple of weeks trying to get everything ready. It's not all gone to plan, but now that we're on our way, we're fingers crossed we can pull it off.
This is Chris's first visit to the island, and he wanted to take a closer look at a traditional Tiree home.
Everything about this house is just about the few materials that are available on the island and how you keep the weather out. The thatched roof, the nets that hold it down, this is just what they had to hand. The typology has just been developed over long enough to get something that keeps these strong winds out.
Where's the thatch come from?
The thatch is this grass that grows down by the beach is scythed and dried off and then put on the roof.
Many of the island's traditional thatched roofed cottages have been replaced with more durable and weather-resistant black tar. This creates a second story whilst retaining an authentic appearance.
We're on our way to meet somebody who's recently renovated one of their old Tiree black houses. They've made a conscious effort to make it as energy efficient as possible, and we're keen to go and see all the things that we've been talking about in the classroom, see how they work out actually in the real world, and find out if we can learn anything from that.
Ian and Eileen Tainch moved into the present home several years ago, and over this time they have undertaken major redevelopment of the property and have worked hard to retain as many of the features of a typical Tiree home. Originally a farmhouse and working smiddy, Ian and Eileen have transformed it into a warm, spacious and energy efficient home. Stopping short of a wind turbine, Ian and Eileen have invested in a number of renewable energy sources to help reduce their energy costs and carbon footprint.
It's just timber kit, insulation and then plasterboard. So
the floor over here is really warm. Is it because I'm near the agger, or is it the underfloor heating?
it's just ceramic floor. Tiles. It creates an envelope of it, and the floor becomes a heat store.
Yeah.
Which they wanted us to leave these walls bare, stone, so that the heat would build up, and also we would get heat from here. But the walls were all over the place.
It's totally impractical.
Oh, totally impractical. And the thought of putting wall cabinets up on walls that were run, so we had to give up on that. That's the heat store, 750 litres. And the manifolds, there's 4 zones for the underfloor heating, 2 zones in there, one in that small room and one through there. The heat is provided by solar panels. And because we didn't have a south-facing roof, we had to do an east-west configuration. See, it's doing very little at the moment. The west-facing ones, it's only 29 degrees, but I suppose that's better than nothing. On sunny days, the temperature's up at 61, 62 degrees.
You don't need to do much to it.
No, the hot water temperature at the moment is 53 degrees.
With Tiree officially one of the windiest places in the UK, it would suggest that a wind turbine would be the perfect solution.
The problem with the wind turbine is quite an expensive outlay.
It is.
And there's quite a long payback period.
Yeah. I've got a simulation, a computer program, and I can look at different types of different makes, models of turbines. So what you can do is you can test to see what turbine's best suited for Tiree.
I've only been back on Tiree for a day, and already I am excited about what can be done to make the island's homes more sustainable and energy efficient. Tomorrow, we hope our exhibition will encourage others to follow suit.
Well, here it is, day 2. Yesterday we got introduced to the island, had a bit of a walk around and saw all the buildings that are here, buildings being built, met a few of the people. But today we're at Antala, which is the home of our exhibition for today.
Made up of over 100 different parts, we managed to construct our exhibition just in time for our first visitors.
This is our make-believe project, not the real project. Yeah, that's the important first thing. There's a whole other side to the project on the other side of these boards, which was looking at what happens before the Scottish Power wind farm goes ahead, what happens while it's being constructed, but then we said, but what happens after it's finished and all the people who have moved here to build it no longer have jobs. Is there something that can retain that skilled population?
Just had a conversation with Brian, who was Michael's old school teacher. They own the old schoolhouse, or half of it anyway, on the island, and that building was renovated a few years ago and not done very well. So we're just talking about maybe replanning it, making the living room a bit more user friendly, and also adding on a sort of kitchen and downstairs bathroom, that kind of thing on the back.
The majority of people are asking about the feasibility of domestic turbines, wind turbines, and also solar hot water systems and heat pump systems, either ground source or air source heat pumps. One of the other issues that's been raised is about water on the island. Currently the water systems are running at around about full capacity, so a lot of members of the community are inquiring about running their own systems by potentially tapping into capturing the rainwater off the roof of their property, or even tapping into local springs or streams.
So this is your living room spill-out space, which is taking into this, and then this is the master suite spill-out space. They both come in and do the same thing, except they work together then, because that's a low wall. It's still a big building, and because that's a low wall, when you're looking at it, it doesn't look like it's taking away from the front of this building.
Excellent.
So they're the kind of ideas I'll be looking at.
Joe has impressed islanders Danny and Liz Lapsley with his ideas to improve their homes' accessibility and space. The Lapsleys are keen to have us round for a closer look at their property.
Because that in its own, what you've done there is I can picture it, I really can.
Yeah.
It's good.
I've had a fantastic day of questions and answers and comments, and off the back of that we've gathered more work than we could have ever hoped for, so we're about to jump in the car and go and chat to some people about their various different properties.